Welcome to the Phil Taylor Jones Show. We're so happy to have you with us once again. I'm your host, Phil Taylor Jones, and today our focus is going to be on something that I actually wrote for one of my posts on Google+, and my executive director suggested that we actually put this into the show and maybe get it across to many more viewers and folks out there who may need to know about this little thing that I wrote. I'm going to jump right into it, and then we'll do a little cleanup work afterwards. It's entitled, Fallen from Sugar to Shit. Excuse my language, but I don't tickle the ears, not on something as important as this. From the East Coast to the West Coast, from the border of Canada to the edge of Mexico, people in the United States are in a sense of moral decay. We've been lied to, kicked around, and had situations forced down our throats for so long, it's not even funny. We've either lost or are losing jobs to other countries, some of our major cities in bankruptcy and ruins. We've got hundreds of thousands of homeless people on the streets of our nation, countless numbers of them veterans that fought for our freedoms. Many of them can't get or deny the critical help they so urgently need. We're overrun with foreigners that don't have the right to be here, taking away from our financial infrastructure in so many ways that I won't even take up time to list them here. To add insult to injury, our idiotic government now has proposed upon us yet again by allowing 100,000 refugees, no-hopers, into the country and having us as taxpayers pick up the tab. And in doing this, placing us in potential danger just on the heels of agreeing to a most horrid deal with a nation that harbors terrorists. Among the nations on the world stage, we were hellacious performers. There were very few that could measure up to our benchmark. So what happened? An out of control and runaway bunch of greedy, underhanded, corrupted politicians that have gotten into the echelons of government on every level, city, state, and federal, only to cause mass destruction. Now things are so messed up that it's virtually impossible to repair. Can one person fix this devastation? Hell no. Especially with the possible replacements for the idiots presently holding office. These politicians, both Democrats and Republicans, are ludicrous examples of why the country is in such dire consequences. All they do is bicker and fight amongst themselves and the opposition, therefore getting not a damn thing accomplished, but us, the citizens, slipping further and further down the tubes. I get so tired of all these little children and their preschooler antics working under the guise of being candidates. All this one-upsmanship, face-making, and overall childishness doesn't cut it with me. I'm not looking, or rather I am looking forward to seeing a man or woman in the office of the President of these United States. We really don't have time for any more crap. Just somebody that can be instrumental in getting us back to the point in which we, as an American people, can hold our heads up once more and actually be proud again of who we are. Am I looking for some modern day Messiah? No. People did that with O'Bastard, and we say how well that went. Am I looking for a miracle worker? Not even. But what I am hoping to see is an honest-hearted person get into office that is a president or that as a president puts the citizens of the United States first, value our needs, our Constitution, our service personnel, and be who we need them to be. Will I live to see that happen in my lifetime? I really don't know. But I'll remain forever the optimist. And I ended it with my usual ending for renderings like this: injury. You see, people, as I stated once in one of my earlier shows, this is a time for information building. Have I chosen a candidate yet? No. I perhaps have leaned towards one, but what I have been seeing on this political forefront is very disturbing to me. As I alluded to in the rendering there, we don't have time for crap. Lord knows we've gone through enough of it for the past 20 years. Not to mention the past soon to be 8. So to the extent possible, I want to make damn sure that when I step up to that ballot box, to that polling place in November 2016, that whoever it is I'm going to vote for, to the extent and the possibility of my own investigative prowess, have done so in a way that I will feel comfortable in doing so. And I would urge you to do the same. See, there's a lot of raw emotion going on in this country because, like I said in the beginning, we are in a morale decay. Our morals, not morals, but our morale has slipped. The way we feel about this country, the way we feel about its government, the way we feel about the politicians, it's so low that it's got to reach up to touch bottom. So we don't need to give way to fancy speeches or to those that may play upon our emotions, because emotions are running high. We need to investigate before we invest. We need to make sure that we don't put another old bastard in that White House, in that leadership position. For me and myself, I am scrutinizing everything. I got my tablet, computer, smoking, trying to find out every little tidbit of those who I may be interested in giving the nod to in November 2016. I want to know everything. I want to know how good they are at what they're currently doing. I want to know how bad they are at what they're currently doing. I want all the skeletons pulled out the closet, good, bad, or indifferent. Because we're in a mess, people. We're in one hell of a mess. And whoever steps up to the White House and takes the reins knows that he or she is in for one hell of a fight. Why? Because no matter how good their intentions may be, they're still stepping into a cesspool of political garbage, of political waste. Most of those bastards over there in Congress and in the Supreme Court and in the House have been there for maybe more than years than I've been alive, or pretty damn near. They're set in their ways, stagnant, in a quagmire of crap. The new president has to confront that. It's like dressing up in a totally white suit and going into a soot-filled room and expecting to come out still totally pristine. It takes a very strong person. It takes a person who knows how to get along with other people. It also takes a person that knows how to make the tough call based upon the situation at hand. I'm looking for all of that in possibly our next president. To be tough when he or she needs to be, but to be reasonable when she or he has to be. Quick-tempered, ill-mannered, doesn't cut it. We're dealing with too many nuts in this world that just soon cut your head off as to say good morning. So to antagonize them, well, we see what happened in New York, September 11th, 2001. We're seeing each and every day what crazy people are capable of. So we need a sane adult in that White House. We need somebody who can work with people, not just as a matter of conquest. Oh, well, I got that. I'll see what else I can get. But someone who actually knows what they're doing. Yeah, it's easy to get something sometimes, but what do you do with it after you get it? Are you knowledgeable enough to handle it after you get it? Do you know what it takes to keep it? This is not a game we're playing here, folks. This is serious, serious business. When old bastard leaves office, we'll probably be over $20 trillion in debt. Spin, 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 just fritter it away. Easy come, easy go has been the norm in this country. Whosoever will, let them come. Whether they could be terrorists or just needy people, let them come and mess up our financial infrastructure. Let's just look at that for a minute. Those foreigners that come over here, are they willing to take the money they maybe make in the agricultural field or whatever little jobs they may get? Are they willing to then put that back in the United States financial infrastructure? No. I've seen so many in check cashing places, in banks, getting checks or money orders to send back to their countries. Taking away from our infrastructure and giving back to theirs. And how anybody can sit up and say that foreigners are good for this country, I think they're smoking a crack pipe. Hitting the old ball. Our economy is supposed to be so much better. But I can tell you true, I'm sick of going to the store and spending $300 and hoping that that will last out the month. And it usually doesn't, because you have to go back and augment. I'm sick of living in a building that's owned and operated by foreigners who have the audacity to tell me, an American citizen that was born in this country, that I can't even have a dog. I can't have a little puppy. And they can't even tell you that in English. It's broken. No doggies, no doggies. And when they were allowing it, they were charging $500 for you to get a dog. At least have a dog. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of looking at foreigners all over the television advertising our products. How many of American people are advertising products in their countries? We have slipped, ladies and gentlemen. We have slipped down the hill and are now looking up at foreigners on top of it. What happened to America? Stupid, idiotic, greedy, corrupt politicians are what has taken this once great country down to that bucket of shit that I alluded to earlier. And it hurts. It hurts deeply. We used to be so much better than this. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. And we have been disobeying the law for quite some time. Is it the fact that we don't want to be helpful to people? No, that's not the fact. The world has changed. We're no longer living in a pre-9/11 world. We're living in a post-9/11 world. So trust values have waned. Political muckety-mucks of other countries have mucked about so much so that their people are fleeing. That's not our problem. It's not. It's not that we're trying to be hard-hearted. It's just a matter of, hey, we can't handle you. You have to go somewhere else. We've got problems in our own country. We're sitting up on a soon to be $20 trillion deficit. And how they can fix their mouths up to say that we are doing financially great is beyond me. How can you be financially secure and great when you're $20 trillion in debt? I'm sorry, folks, but it doesn't work that way in the Phil Taylor Jones household. When I'm broke, I'm broke. And I can't sit up there and lie and say, oh, I'm doing financially great, when the refrigerator is empty, the gas tank is empty, I owe bills. How can I say that I'm financially secure when there is a deficit there? I don't get that. That's stupid. But that's what we've been dealing with for the past 20, probably 30 years. The worst of it being these past soon to be 8. So you best better believe I'm not going to fall for fancy speeches or nice clothing. I'm going to be looking at everything you do. I'm going to be listening to everything you say and picking it apart with the greatest of scrutiny, because I don't want to have to go through at least 4 more years of what we went through these soon-to-be past 8. I'm not looking for childishness. I'm not looking for people playing games. I'm looking for people that are doing research, that are formulating plans, even at this early stage, to get us out of this slump that we've been in. Making faces and playing human emoticon, that doesn't cut it with me. I don't need that. As I said, I am sick and damn tired of having to go through the crap that we've been going through. Business is going out of business. Good paying jobs being sent overseas. We barely make anything. Soon to be coming up, a show about Airbus industry being in the United States. But that's another show. I'm tired of wading through foreigners. I am tired of living waiting for the other shoe to drop. Even more so when this 100,000 or so start hitting the shores of the United States, if they haven't already. Because with the scumbag that's currently occupying the office of president, we don't know. He could have been letting them in all along. And he probably has, because he is one with the Muslim Brotherhood. Like I said, we're looking for Al-Qaeda, we're looking for ISIS. He is Al-Qaeda, he is ISIS, because he supports them. So please, don't be fooled, don't be sidetracked, don't be lulled into a false sense of security. Not at this early stage. We got a long way to go with O'Bastard being in office, and we got a long way to go to figure out who we possibly, or at least I know I do, who I will possibly vote for come November. And from what I'm seeing right now, very slim pickings, very slim. As the term goes, people need to man up. People need to woman up and start acting like presidential candidates and not like children. This isn't Barney's Playhouse. This is serious, serious business. And you know, as I said so many times before, look at how it's been working out for us so far. You got the Democrats on one side, they're fighting and bickering amongst themselves. You got the Republicans on the other side, they're fighting and bickering among themselves. Then they fight and bicker with each other. Meanwhile, the country has gone down the tubes. Why not learn to work together? The Army does it. The Navy does it. The Marines, they do it. The Air Force, they do it. They work together to get the war won, or to get the operation completed, or to get the sorties flown, or what have you. They work together. Am I saying it's a perfect, thing? No, nothing's perfect. There are problems in everything. But for the general part, they work together to get the job done. It's a shame that the military can work together, but the stupid politicians can't. It's ridiculous. So I would say this to all you idiot politicians and idiot politician wannabes, all you candidates, all you wannabes for president, work together. Stop acting like jackasses. Stop acting like kids. You've got millions of people's lives in the balance here. And this guy doesn't want a child in the White House. We already got a childlike idiot megalomaniac in the White House. Do I want another? No. I want somebody who's going to get in there and do the do. I want somebody who's going to get in there and take care of us. I want somebody to get in there to make things better for this country, to create some good jobs, so that you don't have to pick up 15 jobs to make up for one, so that you can have a decent enough salary that you don't have to worry about there being too much month left at the end of the money. I want somebody in there who can pick up this place and make it great, make it safe. Get rid of some of the corruption and the crap that's going on around here. If I want a child to be in the White House, good Lord, I can put my finger on 100 million kids. I used to be in the educational field. I can go to any school and say, come here, little kid, go and get in the White House and you be president. That's basically what we have now. Better tighten up on your game, candidates, because we're counting on you. So are you going to labor hard and bring forth a turd? Or are you going to work hard and be the best president that this country has seen in the past 30 years? Think about it. While you're so busy finding something to be one-upsmanship about, you need to be busy trying to find a way to make this country what it was. You need to find a way to work together cohesively for the common good of the United States and her people. Thank you once again for joining the Phil Taylor Jones Show. We appreciate your support and your comments and all that good stuff. As we head into another week in this crazy political maze of idiocy, try to maintain your joy, and we'll see you again right here on the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Bye-bye.